Hi, friends. On this edition of NSFW, we are joined by Iyaz Akhtar, he of Tech News Today, and this old nerd. We try to rile him up with a game called What Will Anger Iyaz N, the legend of Nerdcore. MC Frontalot joins us at all coming up on this edition of NSFW Show.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW, episode 86 for July 26, 2011. Toobin with the Devil.
This episode of NSFW is brought to you by Netflix. Watch thousands of TV episodes and movies on your PC, Mac, iPad, iPhone, or TV instantly. All streamed directly to you, saving you time, money, and hassle. For your free 30-day trial, go to netflix.com/twit. And by squarespace.com, the fast and easy way to create a high-quality website or blog. For a free trial and 10% off your new account for 6 months, go to squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW7.
Kill it! Kill it with fire! Start the show instantly! Annual override! Kill it! Now we're talking my business! It's NSFW, the news show full of wit, the news sauce for the Webbernets, the show that's nominally safe for work, and despite the Dr. Demento-inspired opening, we promise we're no good at hand fart magical hack dances. And by the way, I'm Brian Brescher, joined as always by my inimitable co-host, the one, the only, the frustratingly comedically inclined Justin Robert Young. How are you doing, JRY, sir?
Oh my God, Brian, I'm so excited that we are doing our first ever NSFW show emanating through the Twit Brick House, and I could be no more proud of one of the our first guests that is sitting here in studio in the Brick House. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him from Tech News Today and this old nerd, Iyaz Akhtar.
Hello,
Hey,
I'm here at the
friend.
TNT set, nicely lit for myself, and message for Justin.
Yeah.
Yes,
for
there
$1,
it is, Jury. I will sell
We'll
your soul
talk.
for $1.
That's
Dude,
right.
no lie. You legitimately, I don't know if we can get a wide shot of you, Iyaz, sitting in the studio with your red background and your bricks and your evil tie looking stuff, but you look like the devil. You look like you're going to sell us success in a way that we will regret forever. Yes!
Yeah,
Look
this
at that.
happens
That's the
every now and
office
then.
right there.
This is Twit After Dark, okay? This is how we roll.
You guys get way
Exactly.
in the late
I feel like
evenings.
you're gonna push drugs out the back door.
You mean
like the shady car is gonna drive up, and you're gonna
With a
make
loading
deal.
dock? Oh, wait. Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
the loading dock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, can we pull back
What are you,
the
a
curtain
cop?
just
You wearing a
little bit?
wire?
Because right before the show, we were talking about what our opening video would be, and Justin had, shall I say, an off-color suggestion. I don't know if you guys have heard.
It's a
I
perfectly
certainly have.
acceptable suggestion that the puritanical Brian Brushwood has denied you. Why don't you go ban dancing from your small town, Reverend Fussy Pants?
Okay, well, look, first of all, let me say, if you are in a place where you can view videos and not be judged, and you can watch blatant substitutions of bodily fluids for Skittles.
Whoa. How about we don't, well, let's not have this argument, Brian. Let's give it to a neutral third party lit like the devil in a $1.2 million studio.
We happen to have a
Iyaz,
guy.
do you have the video in question ready?
I believe so. Is it called Newlyweds?
Yeah, it is called
Yes,
Newlyweds.
Newlyweds.
Okay, I have
And
it
much
loaded.
in the spirit of Two Girls, One Cup. We're going to show it, and you can find
Yes.
this video. It's on YouTube. It says you've got to be an adult to watch it, but
Just because
there's no
it has
great-
lessons about
Okay.
life that maybe you want to
Life
understand if
lessons.
you're younger than adult.
In the spirit
Do
of
me a
Two
favor,
Girls,
Iyaz.
One Cup, we are going to have a reaction video for one Iyaz Akhtar of TNT fame watching the infamous Newlyweds Skittles ad, which is not a Skittles ad. But
No,
take it away.
it is not in any way aligned with Skittles or Wrigley gum. But do me a favor, Iyaz, turn the volume up as much as you can.
I don't think
And
so.
watch it, and let's get a tight shot on Iyaz.
I think this is as tight
and
as
just
we
leave
need to
it
be.
there as he watches it. Yeah.
Hopefully we can pull back after this shot. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Ready.
All right,
Ready.
let's go. Hit and play
Go.
right now.
All right. So far, he's got a very muted expression, maybe a bit of a smile on the side of his corners of his mouth. He clearly gets the gag, covering his mouth at this point, the universal symbol of slight ashamedness, a chuckle. And wait for it. Where's the Iyaz money shot of reaction? Wait for it.
Wait, that was it?
Yes.
Are you saying that we should show
Nothing.
that
Because
on the
it
Twitch?
is a benign video, Brian.
This we could have ran this. No.
Yes.
It is hardcore. Oh, by the way, let me just point out, pulling back the curtain, that he just said, we could have run this. And then he looks over at Chad and goes,
Don't do it. Well, it was John.
He shakes his head,
Jammer
like,
beat,
no
please don't play that.
freaking way. You do not actually play this. Look,
I guess I've watched
they
way
were
too much
definitely-
porn. That's the problem.
They were splashing candy on their
What kind
face.
of porn do you
is,
watch?
What happened?
That's crazier than most porn I watch.
You're not watching the right kind of porn, Justin. That's all.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that most porn that I watch doesn't end with 8 fruit flavors.
Okay, all right. Let me just say, welcome to the NSFW show. This has been a bizarre week. For those of you guys wondering why I appear to be in a wooden box, it's because I'm in a cabin deep inside the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. I'm in the middle of, no lie, a family reunion. We got little ones running all around upstairs. Justin was kind enough to figure out a way to muscle through, even though I'm on the road. We got the new Twit studios. This is going to be a free-form episode. We're not entirely sure where this is going to head, but we did have like a rough plan laid out of things we wanted to talk about. Right, Justin?
Absolutely. And for those wondering why Brian looks so pink, that's just the way he was born. There's really no other explanation. Has nothing to do
That's
with
true.
where he's
That video is color corrected. I've seen Brian in person. He looks like that. It's just the way.
You know
Yes,
what's funny?
he's
Can I just
exactly
say,
as
like,
pink.
Let me take a moment. This is a family reunion, and I kid you not, like, my dad is so tan that I question whether or not he could be called Caucasian anymore. But I looked at him and I was like, you're red. Like, his whole body is red. That's my future if I tan. I turn red like my dad.
You go from pink to red.
It's not that big a leap, is it?
I mean, yeah. So chat room very helpfully points out, maybe he's not your dad.
That's very
So
possible.
I always have that possibility.
Now
Thank
you know.
goodness.
We're going to tell you when you're older.
You
but,
discover a lot. A lot goes on in the old John Smoky Mountains.
All right, so what is going on today, Justin? What's our game plan?
Oh, my God. Well, listen, we're going to have a discussion with Iyaz. We're going to figure something out. But also, we are going to test the very limits of his own sanity. Folks, for those of you who have watched Tech News Today or know Iyaz's work, then you know that inside him, is contained a rage that barely holds on, folks. The thin skin that wraps around this kind of just general fireball of anger, we will release tonight on the show. Also, special guest MC Frontalot, if he's still waiting around after we're 2 hours late, will perform.
Please tell me that he's on the same page and that he's ready to come. I mean, I will stop everything right now to get the father of nerdcore rap up here on the show.
He's been emailed. We'll see, folks.
All right. Look, let's move on here. First of all, let me tell you, dude, this has been a weird week. Tennessee mountains, surrounded by green hills. I went to Dollywood yesterday, rocked the Dollywood. I had to get good bandwidth here in the Smoky Mountains, which you would think if you go to a cabin that advertises high-speed internet, that it would actually be high-speed internet. And you would be right, except for you'd show up and it'd be totally broken. And then you'd have to spend 3 days calling Comcast, pretending to be the owner of this place. And then Comcast would finally say, okay, we'll send a guy out to fix your stuff between 8 and noon. And then you'd wait from 8 till noon, and nobody would show up. And then afternoon, you'd call and be like, why did nobody show up? And they're like, oh, they marked the ticket as closed. And then you're like, I have a broadcast to do. And they're like, well, there's a McDonald's that has high-speed internet down the road. And I was like, I'm not doing it from a McDonald's. And they would be like, we don't have to go in the McDonald's. You could do it from the car. I'm like, I'm not doing it from my car outside of McDonald's. And then finally they would show up somebody while you were out tubing with your brother, hypothetically. And then you'd come home, and finally the internet would be fixed.
What does that mean?
And then, well, I mean,
if you're tubing with your brothers, what is that a euphemism for?
My biological siblings is what I'm saying. My other pink compatriots is what I'm trying to say. Is that what you're saying?
No.
So
you're tubing, right? Quote unquote.
Tubing. You lay your body in a tube and you drift down a river, just like the old video games from Atari.
It's a family show, Brian. Jesus.
All right, so I get back from tubing with my brother, which now I'm feeling dirty saying it. But then, and they've got.
Come on, Iyaz, you're with me, right? You didn't even talk about tubing with anybody, let alone his own brother.
Go tubing with your brother, huh? That sounds, again, was this a dream of yours, or is this the actual reality that you went through?
Actually, we got
what does it mean? I have a dream of where I tube my own brother. What does that mean, therapist?
It means that we drifted down a river at rapid speeds. And
okay.
Okay, but the point is...
Well, it's a good thing, because he might not even be your brother, so that's a good thing.
No, maybe you're your brother. Did your brother's face break open and it was Darth Vader?
No, I'm saying I got home and Comcast was there and they had fixed the internet. And I walked in and Bonnie the Invisible Wife and Mr. Comcast were just finishing up. And Bonnie was so excited. She's like, oh, and here he is now. Look.
Did the Comcast guy tube Bonnie?
Well, no, Bonnie says
were there
we got the
Skittles
internet
involved
fixed.
or not? Skittles or Starburst?
Bonnie the Invisible Wife says we got the internet.
Did he lay
fixed.
a trail of Skittles after tubing her?
No, that's filthy, but not as filthy as what I'm about to say, because she wanted to go to our website to say, this is the broadcast we were talking about. So she types in NSFW, forgets to write the show. So instead of NSFWshow.com, which is our site, she just types NSFW and hits Control-Enter and turns the computer towards the guy from Comcast. Now, this guy's been hearing a mouthful about how we have a very important live stream that a lot of people are going to tune into. And so
yes, and you and your brother were really tired from tubing each other all day.
And then you had to stream it. Jeez.
We were tubing the river, is what I'm trying to say. And
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
She's so happy that the internet is fixed. She's like, look, we finally got it out. And here's the show. NSFW, Control-Enter, turn the computer, nothing but breasts and dongs.
Tubing.
And I've never seen Bonnie. You think I'm pink? Wait until you saw my wife. Completely freaked.
I don't think you realize what you just said. Can we get a sound clip of that somewhere? Play back, maybe a ringtone?
Okay, hold on. I'm not okay with this.
I got Jammer P losing it. Okay, I would like that tweeted to me anytime. I'm at Iyaz, so
there
feel free.
we go. Sure. Listen, well, when you tube like the Brushwoods, it's a family reunion, bro. Anything goes.
I'm never allowed back on the show.
I thought Bonnie had hit her maximum embarrassment when she punched in that site. But then you go and you say that, and now I'm going to have to explain, oh, well, sweetheart, remember how terrible it was that moment? Well, not only did I decide to tell the story with the entire world, but then somebody might have made a meme. There might be a drop. There might be a ringtone that people have on. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it'll turn into nothing.
Hopefully,
I'm
if
sure
you guys do
internet
make it
doesn't explode stuff.
If you make it to the Twit Open, we will have that as our doorbell. It'll go off. So I will set it up. I know how to do it. We can do it. It'll happen.
All right, I'm done. Take over, Justin. You're in charge from here on out.
Brian, listen. We talk about a lot of memes on this show, and we talk about how they explode. You know, things that the last time that you were on, It was like, what, a couple months ago?
It was way back in the cottage days. I mean, I can't even remember that far back.
It's a different worry.
Yeah, PB, pre-Brick House.
That's right.
You know,
Nothing
it was
like this.
dog's age.
That's right. Years ago.
That was the first show that we explode a seedling of a meme called Nyan Cat.
Yes.
Now, Nyan Cat is running for president.
Is that a
has
fact?
a 2-point lead over the president.
Nyan Cat is 35 and older?
Yes.
Have you seen?
Yes.
Have you seen the Nyan tattoo? Somebody got like a Pop-Tart cat tattoo, and it's going around. Chat round will have it up in like 2 seconds, and after that, Jammer
but
B
you
will
wanna
have it
know
up
what?
instantly. But it's
If
amazing.
let's say anybody wants to memorialize any of the memes that we come up with on this show, they can make their own Squarespace site. Like, let's say anything in the last segment. You know,
Dude, do
Brian
not to stop
Toobs'
what
brother.
you're doing. This is a bad idea, Justin. Do not
Toobin the
go
river.
forward with this. We're
You
not
can
just
set it all up
you know?
at BrianToobs'sbrother.squarespace.com.
That's really fast to set up
Yes,
sites.
folks.
No credit card necessary.
No,
Justin, this is-
Brian, tell the good people all the reasons why Squarespace is amazing.
Okay, well, first of all, I strongly advise you don't give Chat Realm this direction,
Stick
because
to the
we already
read.
know that with Squarespace, you don't have to have a credit card to sign up. You could be online in 30 seconds. Literally, by the time I finish this sentence, I'm betting that some variant of BrianToobs'sbrother.squarespace.com will already be up. You don't understand what kind of fire you're dealing with. Squarespace is the best way to get your blog, portfolio, or any website up and running, because they look amazing and you don't have to know any HTML or CSS wizardry. These guys are going to blow your mind, and it's going to look professional, and people are going to think somebody actually put time and effort into a website called BrianToobs'sbrother.squarespace.com, and they're going to think that this is a real thing. So I strongly encourage you not to talk about it anymore.
No, because if we do, then maybe it'll blow up and get really popular. And then the site would go down when everyone wanted to go sites like Two Bros,
Thank
One
goodness.
Tube. Or You Think I'm Pink, You Should See My Wife.
Oh, my God.
That doesn't happen on Squarespace, right?
Squarespace.com.
That site never goes down because they have that covered, right?
Of course not. No, Iyaz, they have distributed hosting to make sure that your site, no matter what kind of traffic, is streaming in, frothing at the mouth to see You Think I'm Pink, You Should Have Seen My Wife.squarespace.com. It won't go down.
That's impressive stuff.
Oh, by the way,
Squarespace.
offer code NSFW7.
All right, look, here's the one thing I hope you don't explain to everybody at home, is that if their site explodes, that they could go past their 2-week trial and make it a permanent memorial to my poor choice of words by using promo code NSFW7 at checkout.
That's the number 7, right?
Is what I hope nobody uses, because not only will it save them 10% off the website for what, like 6 months? Some kind of insane discount, but also they'll be keeping shenanigans like yours in business. So if somebody likes this terrible idea, that's how they can make it happen, and I hope nobody does.
Brian, is that NSFW with the number 7?
Yes, because it's the 7th month of the year.
There you
That
go.
way
So
they
next
know
month,
the decision-
no idea what the code will be.
No idea.
It's
No idea.
because,
Nobody.
we are naming this month's promo code after John Elway, the legendary number 7.
Next year after Steve Young. Next month, that is.
Yes, next month. Next month is
Next
Steve
year, I don't
Young.
know what.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll decide. We'll meet with
next year
Steve
will
and we'll
actually
talk
be
about
Steve
it. We'll
Young.
do
That's
it
what
when
they'll
he's
start doing, is
comfortable.
they'll adding the names in there instead of the numbers. Okay, look, we've got Iyaz, one of the luminaries from Tech News Today here on the show. I don't want to waste his time. He obviously has souls to eat and steal.
Very true.
You look like the freaking devil. You look like Satan himself, and there's going to be so many photoshops of you.
The weird
looking
thing
like
is-
you're in your devil
See, the
office.
thing is,
You are Satan.
when we met at a barbecue, Schwood was saying the damn same thing. He was like, "You look like the devil." I'm like, "I'm in a pool," and he just kept saying it over and over again. So,
Well, right in front
no,
of-
in
he had
all
his
fairness,
child.
the
That's
pool itself,
everything that Brian says about Iyaz.
the pool turns into steam when I showed up, but that's a whole other issue. So let's not talk
Exactly.
about that.
That's what he first said to Tom. Why do you have the devil on your show every day? Don't you know he'll steal your soul?
The devil is on your set? Why? Well, I mean, if I work for somebody though, what does that make him?
Iyaz,
Exactly.
would you?
I also disagree with the devil's point of view on open source programming.
I disagree with
Would you
Please
agree,
inform
Iyaz,
him.
that you? are maybe the feistiest member of the TNT crew. Would you agree with that?
Possibly. Of the regular
You
hosts,
spunky?
I might say some things that tick off the universe that
You're furious.
watches us. Possibly.
You're always angry.
Yeah, well,
You yell and scream about things on an otherwise a PBS level demeanor.
Right. So if
You
this
just-
was
you're
like
spiking.
if this was like Charlie Rose, like I'm the guy flipping over the table, effectively.
Yes,
Pretty much it.
absolutely.
Because that happens on Charlie Rose quite
That
a
was-
bit, if my memory serves me correctly.
It happens all the time. You're not watching the latest episodes. PBS has done some crazy stuff for ratings. I'm telling you.
They've gone full-on WWE entertainment. They're like, you're going to explain to me how you act so good, and you're going to do it
Explain your
now."
economic theories and flip.
Yeah. Then you just start firing guns in the air.
That's just crazy. There's no guns involved.
What's up with
Justin.
subprime mortgages?
Guns? Unbelievable.
Then you play the Mexican hat dance on your hands, and you ruin our show. Okay, look, here's the thing. I'm hoping that among our technological wizardry there at the new Twit Brick House, that we have the ability to keep you from hearing certain things that Justin and I wanted to say. And do we have verification from Jammer B running the boards that that's
B,
possible?
turn down
Because
the
we have
monitor
something
knob.
that we'd like to do
Absolutely.
a little bit of an experiment with you.
All right, he's
Yes.
got red headphones, but I
Don't
am.
not be
so-
cheating.
Okay, good.
Monitor-
Good.
he
All right.
can't-
Well, no, we
no
can tell him. We can tell him the basis.
Oh, no. Yeah, of course we can. Don't cut us off yet.
Yeah, I
can hear
But
you.
in a moment, we're going to ask you to cut us off, kind of put a cone of silence around Iyaz, and we're going to ask if you can ask the devil to keep a gentleman's wager, to play by gentleman's rules. Satan, High Lord of the Underworld, please do not look at the chat room for answers as well. Would that be okay? Can we agree to that?
Sure.
Okay, he says
holds
sure.
up a
He says
sign
sure.
and says sure.
Okay, well, here's
All
the
right,
game.
so here's the deal.
Yeah, go ahead, Justin.
We are going to play a game called What Angers Iyaz More. Now we're going to turn down, we're going to put you in the cone of silence, and then me and Brian are each going to pick one thing that we believe will anger you. Now sometimes we'll just tell you the topic, and you will just get angry or process it as you will. And sometimes we might kind of lead you down a bit of a primrose path to get this thing out of you. You know, maybe a little theater to really put this on display and get a good, genuine reaction from you. Is that okay?
That is completely fine.
Okay,
All right.
good.
So with that, Jammer B, do me a favor. Can you please put Iyaz in the cone of silence?
Okay, seriously. Justin, are you listening to me?
Iyaz, can you hear me?
How much does he look like the devil? Like, in all
He looks
seriousness.
like the devil a lot.
He seriously looks like the devil, right?
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
so-
I got my first one. I believe I'm going to confuse him for the singer Iyaz.
Oh, that's good. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask him a question and then say Tom Merritt already gave me the answer to it.
Okay,
Okay. All right, here we go. Cone of silence off.
let's get us back up.
Iyaz.
Are we back, Iyaz? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Iyaz, listen, it's rare that we get an expert on tech news, somebody who's up to date, somebody who knows what's going on in the
You
field
still
of
don't
tech.
have one.
We'd like to
Okay.
take advantage of your expertise and ask you a couple of questions. Is it good?
Go ahead.
Fair enough?
Let's go.
All right. I guess I'll go first. Listen, I know that there are a lot of new emerging video standards out there. While DVI is a bulkier interface compared to HDMI, HDMI has built-in copyright protection
Yeah.
into it, whereas DVI is a legitimate digital signal that every bit as good as HDMI. Of course, you don't get the audio in there as well, but it doesn't have the built-in copyright protection. Which of the two do you prefer?
Between HDMI and DVI?
Yes, between HDMI and wait. I'm sorry. Hold on.
That sounds all wrong.
I'm sorry. I just. I guess Tom Merritt's watching the stream. He already texted me the answer on that. Don't Justin, let's just go over to you, buddy. You go for it.
Okay.
Iyaz,
Yes, just
is your iPod stuck on replay?
no.
When you were writing that song, like was it really stuck on replay though?
Not at the time, no. It takes a lot of work to get an iPod stuck on replay. unless you push the button a couple times, at which point it'll just loop.
So that was what you were thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, I can write this as a pop song.
That's right.
That'd be great.
The fellow who is known as Kedrian Jones actually has messaged me several times to discuss his love of Tech News Today, actually. Not a joke. His father watches the show, apparently. He's like, I saw my name on TV, but it was mine. I'm cool with the guy.
Well, we are now done with the two.
Okay, let me just
Which
say,
annoyed you more?
I honestly don't know which of us failed worse because
I know.
I think you're trying to piss me off. What happened there?
Mine got no reaction.
It's round one.
Like,
It's round one.
people judoed yours into talking about how awesome he actually was. I think we gotta give it to Iyaz, or we gotta give it to the Devil's Playground chat realm itself to decide which one of us did.
I'm not in the chat room,
less
so I don't know what they're saying.
terrible. Both fail in round one is what DSS
Because
log says.
I'm keeping this honest. I'm actually logged out of the room, so I don't know what's going on in there.
You know
Well,
what? They're saying the first
yeah.
round goes to Iyaz is universal. Everybody
Well, no,
says
Iyaz
that
can't
Iyaz
win.
wins.
You can't win. No,
apparently the chat room says he definitely
Because then
wins.
he's going to sabotage everything.
They're
No,
saying
Like, our job is not
guys,
to infuriate him. It's what
I will
topic
keep it
infuriates him more.
honest, and I will keep it going. If you piss me off, I will let you know. I promise. But you guys haven't done it yet.
You know, I mean, we're not trying to, send you into a murderous rage.
I thought
we're
we were
just
going-
saying what little things.
I thought we were going to unleash just go through the thin skin that keeps me all sane.
Okay. All right. Put him back in the cone of silence. Jammer, put him in the cone of silence. Justin.
Apparently, we're playing prison rules.
Look. I'm just saying, this is no longer about you and me working against each other. I think it's pretty clear who we're working against. This bit
we
is
just need to
stupid unless we
piss-
actually.
Why am
engage
I-
Zach.
Frozen. Apparently, I'm
Yes,
tubing
you know what?
myself.
Cut back to Justin's awesome frozen face, and I don't think that face could be any better than that one right here. In fact,
No,
for
the only thing
rest
would
of
be
the-
better is if a line of Skittles was shooting all over the room.
I'm just saying that for the rest of the show, we can replace you with this photo of you, and I would be perfectly happy for it, because clearly.
All right.
This is episode 86, Jury Tubes himself. Okay, look, Justin, this is not about you versus me. It's about you and me versus Iyaz, right? I mean, we've got to...
Yes.
I can't take you seriously with that awesome frozen face. Are you still there, Justin? Please say you're there.
I'm here. I'm having the time of my life.
You clearly are filled with joy.
Just put me back up. I had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before.
Oh my God,
Yes,
that
I
picture makes
swear.
everything better. I want to start
This
seeing
is
famous pictures.
true. And I owe it all to you.
I wanna
and your
start
brother
hearing,
Toobin in the
like-
old Smoky
like,
Mountains.
I want to hear like JFK's moonshot speech, but with that picture of you as delivering.
Let's pick some stuff to annoy Iyaz with. You know,
Okay.
one of the things I was going to use was the stream breaking up or technical problems with the stream, although I don't know if that will go well. Maybe that will. All right, I'm gonna pretend like my audio's breaking up.
Okay, all right. Chat room suggests stuff like calling him Iyaz Akhtar. But you know what? I'm gonna do something that I think that legitimately he won't be able to seriously wrap his mind around without actually going nuts. I'm gonna hit the TSA issue. All right. All right.
All right.
Remove the cone of silence.
I was gonna signal jammer bait.
Justin, I'm serious. That face is awesome. Justin.
Hello, folks.
Hi.
Hello, Iyaz.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Brian, go ahead.
Okay. In all seriousness, Iyaz, I know that we're allegedly doing a bit here, and I know that Justin's face is frozen, and I know that my cousin is walking around in the background of my shot. He's now crawling
Drink.
where you can't quite see him.
Cousin watch. One drink.
But if we could take just a moment, because you and I think, are honestly cut from the same cloth when it comes to how we feel about the TSA.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, TSA has announced, oh, yeah, hey, by the way, backsies on the whole scanning a naked image thing. We've got this totally new system where it's a paper doll. And, you know, if there's any naughty things, it'll show up on the paper doll and we'll never see your naked body. Which to me, this is like, obviously, all they're doing is it's the same technology. Nothing changed. He's put a insulting cartoon image of it over the front and they expect you to be like, oh, now go back to sleep, America. Everything's fine. Does that not drive you a little bit nuts? Speak to me honestly about how you feel about this.
About the TSA, well, yeah, I mean, the fact is those machines can give you cancer or higher rates of cancer. That seems to be the bigger problem. Whether or not your image is naked, that's a whole other security issue, really, if it's keeping it. I personally have yet to be told we want to scan you. And if they say I have to be scanned, I'm just going to say, no, we're not doing that. You want to feel me up, you can. That's your damn problem.
But okay, so let's say they full on, they're
Seems like a
oh,
gay thing.
fine, and then they start grabbing your
Like where
kid
you
and
force
whatnot.
strangers to grab your stuff.
Yeah, how's it make you feel?
I mean, molestation
Your
versus
pictures.
cancer. I would rather take, I guess, not cancer on that one.
I mean, you're not
All
gay,
right,
though,
Justin.
if you have cancer. Right?
What?
I mean, it's
Justin's
a little-
moving again. The joke's
little
over. All right,
gay,
Justin, what do you got?
Is it my turn?
It's
Yes, go.
Oh, man, oh, they're switching to that. Oh, okay. All right. Iyaz.
Justin?
Yeah.
Justin.
And why wouldn't you? And then, I mean, if you're going to go ahead with a non-distributed based solution, then why wouldn't you just go ahead and?
Justin.
This codec is great. I mean, the video looks great. I can't hear anything, but it looks great. What I would do in that situation is I would say...
Wait, hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Maybe. Sometimes.
No, can you hear me now, though?
Yes. We
Can you-
heard most of you. Yeah, no, I
Can
think
you
we
hear me?
got it.
Why-
I think we got it.
Okay. Do you want me to start over?
Sure.
Tony, edit this out.
All right. No, you know what? Let's just get Iyaz.
Are you there?
Iyaz.
Yes.
What do you say about that, buddy?
I think that that's a very controversial issue. Whether you decide to do that or not is really another personal
Whoa,
choice.
whoa. I'm getting a lot of feedback.
You are
Hold
getting
on.
feedback? That's because I'm
Hold on,
talking
wait a
to you.
minute. Yeah.
That's feedback. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
All right, put it back in the code of silence. Put it back in the
No,
code
no,
of
no, no,
silence.
no, no,
Justin.
no. Hey, wait. Brian.
What?
Can you hear me?
Justin. Yeah, it's you and me. We look, we're in
Best
the code of silence.
audio podcast ever. Can you hear me? Huh?
Justin, this is not what Iyaz just defeated us again with his rational
Okay,
discourse.
no, why
It's
did
too-
we
it's-
make this about Iyaz winning? Iyaz can't win. Why did you make it about him winning?
He clearly
It's what
is
pisses him off
winning.
more.
We clearly
It's
suck
not
at
what
our
pisses
own
him off
game.
more. And
We
by the
can't
way,
make
you
him
act like
mad.
I failed. Like your TSA gambit worked so successfully.
Dude, I'm just saying that we are not.
I didn't pull the plug on
able-
your shenanigans. I tried to help you. I tried to needle him a little bit. What did you do? You bailed me right out of the raft. I bet you didn't bail your brother out of the raft. You're bailing him out all day.
Hold on, I'm looking at a Photoshop somebody's already sent of the Brushwood Brothers tubing, and I, for one, am not in support of this image that I'm definitely pasting into the chat room right now. Okay, look, I gotta call it, man. This is it. We got. I mean, he won. There's no winner between you and me. Neither of us can anger him. The guy's a rock.
The point of the game wasn't to make him murder everybody in the studio. It was to see what little things would needle him more than the other one.
All right, let me ask. Okay, first of all, that is
why did
definitely
you
a photo. That's definitely me on my brother Toobin. But Iyaz, seriously, what do you think of that Photoshop?
I know. I can see the video.
I'm sorry. It's there's just loud clipping. Could you just bring it down a little bit?
How's that?
Yeah, that's better.
Sorry.
Keep going. Yeah. Go ahead. Just say what you were going to say.
What was I going to say? I was just laughing at the
you're quiet. Now you're too quiet. Could you get closer to the mic? It's kind of driving us nuts.
How is this? Is this
That clipping again.
clipping? Let's go.
Dude, he's unflappable. Justin, he is the most calm, level-headed person we've ever had on this entire podcast, and there is absolutely no way to get him remotely distressed. I'm calling it. It's over with. I'm done.
Didn't you guys put out a thing on Twitter?
You're just gonna say bye as to this bit?
I'm gonna say see you later.
Oh, you were
to
set up
this
so
bit.
well. Come on, if you're gonna do that bit, Baez works. Yeah. Don't cry as was actually a great one. I heard.
Look, Justin, he's giving us he's making.
I'm giving you material, guys. You got
How
to
are
do better
you not
than that.
running with this, Brian?
Come on, guys.
Why are you failing?
Iyaz is the
I set
single
you
most
up.
unflappable, level-headed, charismatic.
What are you talking
May I-
about?
may I
This is
re-
not about whether or not we can anger him. That was not the bit.
Can I rejoin the chat room, please? Or we?
Okay, go ahead.
Please
Yeah,
do.
rejoin the chat room.
'Cause I would like to check out the
room,
chat
really-
realm. Let's see what's going on here.
Let me just point
I
out.
guess Iyaz
that
does win because now I'm pissed off.
I think that's a win right there. I think Jury is basically
It is.
almost as
It
pink
is.
as
It is.
as Brian
I am
is. and
furious.
Actually, he's getting as red as my background right
This bit
now.
has gone this way.
Oh wow, look at he just needs some more Dunkin' Donuts. No, you don't need more caffeine, man.
This sucks. I hate this studio.
Get
I
out
hope
of
they
here.
burn the
Bad,
brick
Ryan.
house to the ground.
Let's
Good.
talk about stuff.
I hope a
Let's talk
bunch of
about-
bums fornicate in the ashes and spray Skittles all over their dirty faces, like a twisted version of Oliver. Please, sir, may I have some more? And just a fountain of Skittles in his mouth.
Okay, that's up to you, chat realm. Can you make that a site on Squarespace right now?
Disgusting.
Can you
How
make
is
the animated
Iyaz?
GIF?
Iyaz supposed to be the angry one, and now I'm screaming and yelling on my own show like a maniac. Well, Brian is over there chafed from tubing his brother.
Okay, go on. All right, look. First of all, I defy you to name. I'll tell you what. Talking about tubing, can you name one movie that has tubing in an action sequence in it? Can you name one?
Totally Tubular 3. They didn't do it in the
That's not
first two. It was a
tubing.
character-driven drama.
That's not
It
true.
was.
That's
It
not
starred
true.
Gary Oldman and Soleil Moonfry. Totally
Soleil
Toobin
Moonfry, the
3.
girl who got breast reduction surgery, who was
Brewster.
the
Pre-reduction,
Punky Brewster,
if you know
Punky
what I
Brewster,
mean.
Yeah. That's not a real thing. I'm gonna actually look. I'm gonna go do. Where would you go?
Oh, wait,
you wanna
I know.
if there was a movie out there.
What's that movie with Sandler and they were all grown-ups or something? They were meeting later in like a camp and they were much older. The movie poster, I
Grown Up.
think, is actually
Yeah.
them tubing.
I believe it's called
Grown
Grown-Ups.
Is that actually what it's called?
Yes.
Yes.
That doesn't sound
I
right.
thought you were actually doing a bit there.
No, grown-ups. There you go. That's a movie I bet that has a tubing action sequence.
They were
you
tubing on
are
the poster.
correct. That is absolutely true. And Grown Ups does. And in fact, I'm actually trying to log
Caligula.
in right
Somebody's suggesting Caligula. The tubing scene in Caligula.
now. Wow. All right. Hold on. I'm logging
Remember that
into
one scene,
Netflix
though?
right now.
Where Caligula's like, hey guys,
Justin.
you want to go tubing?
Justin, are you familiar with Netflix? You ever heard of this thing?
No.
Oh my God, dude. Netflix is awesome. And if you haven't tried it, then you need to shoot yourself in the head right now because it is. Oh, actually, before you do, why don't you go ahead and sign up at netflix.com/twit? That's the only way that you can
Absolutely.
save your own life. Go to netflix.com/twit, sign up for a 30-day free trial, and you can experience the awesomeness of Netflix. Right now, I just signed into Netflix right now. It's super easy. And I am going to type
got a
in Grown Ups
recommendation.
and see. Oh, the recommendation engine is freaking amazing. Look at this. I'm looking at it right now. There's a giant grown-ups tubing sequence with bros right at the top.
But wait a
And I
minute,
type
hold
in
on.
grown-
I remembered another one. Actually, this one comes from P. Delahunty in the chat room. Remember that one scene in Schindler's List when he's like, hey, I'm going to save all these Jews by going tubing. And then they all go
That's the
tubing
director's
and
cut,
They
though.
don't die in World War II.
That's that was a fantasy that you had in your own head. That's
That wasn't
Schindler's
in, no,
List was
that was,
a-
I could have sworn it was Schindler's List.
no. Maybe you're
May
thinking
have been
of
Grown-Ups.
Spy Hard or
I may have been thinking of Grown-Ups, actually.
no. Schindler's List was a sobering view of a historical fact that is truly heartbreaking.
I think Justin's right about this. I think you're confusing that with what is it, Ski School 3. I think you're mixing
Ski School 3 or
Ski School 3.
But you
What was it the Ken Burns Civil War documentary when they're talking about Abraham Lincoln and his decision to move in troops, and then Abraham Lincoln's like, you know what, screw this, bros, let's go Toobin. And he goes Toobin.
Yeah, no, I do remember that
part of that movie?
scene, but I keep feeling like that's not. That's not like 8 people just put something in the chat room, an image that I hope definitely shows up instantly as soon as this ad's over. Look, here's the thing. Netflix offers you thousands of movies for instant streaming. They've got 8 bazillion locations, so that if it's not on instant streaming, you get it in one business day. Their title list is insane. They got a bunch of Blu-ray titles, and you can steal Netflix. You want to talk about a heist movie? You can live a heist movie. You can steal these movies, and they will never see a cent of it just by going by netflix.com/twit. That's right. Here at Twit, we condone in a very narrow legal window that you steal these movies from Netflix. Go to netflix.com/twit, sign up for your free 30-day trial, and you will look amazing to your friends because you'll be like, look at all these movies I got. No, because I'm rich. That's why I have them.
Listen, I've just recently started watching one of the many television shows they have on, as you can see this live shot of me.
Look at all
This is how much I like the show I was watching, and I can't remember it, but it's a British show. There's a lot of great British shows
That must have been
on
coupling.
Netflix Instant Watch. But this one was, I had never seen it before, but it was about a guy who travels through time and space with a British chick solving mysteries.
Oh, no, I know this one.
can't
It's
remember what it's
the
called.
guy who travels through time and space with British chicks and occasionally a robot dog. The documentary is a great one. It's a good one.
I think that was it. And then at some point, they're fighting the Daleks, and the dude's like, let's just go Toobin! And they do.
All right, forget it.
I think that's Cheers,
Let's talk about
actually.
our summer music series.
Is that Cheers?
We got
Yes.
a special guest for our summer music series. Let's make this happen. Tell me we're making this happen,
Let's
dude.
hope!
Justin,
Jammer
seriously.
do we have it?
Justin,
Jammer
seriously.
do we have it?
Seriously.
Do we?
Yo.
Is this
Wait a
MC
minute.
Frontalot?
Of course, this is MC Frontalot.
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, MC Frontalot joining us for the summer music series, the founder of nerdcore hip-hop himself, one of the most exciting guests we've ever had. Sorry, Satan Iyaz, you just got bumped by MC Frontalot, our new favorite BFF in the entire world. The chat room is going nuts. I wish you could see them right now. They're exploding with joy. MC Frontalot, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. And that's, I got to say, the exact reaction I like to receive when I Skype into somewhere.
That's right. Just anywhere
Yes.
you go. Whenever you call people, you get pissed if they don't instantly react that way. Every time they pick up the phone, they're like, hello? You're like, it's MC Frontalot. And if they don't explode with that level
Oh
of
my
joy,
God!
just hang up on them. Just, you're done with them. They're of no use
It's the
to
new
you,
hello.
dude.
That should be done all the time.
Dude, this is
Exactly.
Well,
fantastic.
MC,
I
thank
know
you
that,
so much
Justin-
for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Justin's the one who got a hold of you, so I'll let him set everything up. I don't know what you guys have discussed in advance, but dude, you have no idea what a serious honor it is to have you on the show, man.
Oh, very kind. Thanks. Lovely to
All
be
right,
here.
well, let me tell you what, folks. MC Frontalot's new album is called Solved. It comes out August 23rd, but the pre-orders are open as of 1 week ago, and anyone who buys it now will download it immediately. Folks, frontalot.com/CD, and we will have the tour dates after the first song. Are we going to do first word problems first, MC?
Do you guys want to hear that song?
Hells to the
yeah,
yes.
whatever you're ready for.
All right. Let's see what we got here. This is the song First World Problems. It's from Zero Day, the current album, the album that's already out and has been out for over a year. And in fact, this video's been out for nearly a year. And you could, you know what? Here's a little game to play at home. Dial it up on YouTube, but mute it and then broadcast that, and it will not be at all synced with my performance. And you can be like, wow, I'm defeating space and time.
Hopefully we can get a photo, a reference photo. What is your favorite of your reference photos for us to put up on the show? Because you're your voice only. And I don't want anybody to accidentally tune into the show and believe that I am somehow ventriloquist rapping.
Ventriloquizing.
Like, I don't want my face to be on the screen.
Ventriloquisting.
I'd say, do a giggle image search for me. Did you notice how I said that skillfully and without using correct brand names? Do a Google image search, and then anything where I don't have my out, just throw that up on the screen.
That's the general rule we try to follow here on the show. Our name notwithstanding. And in fact, a bunch of people found this one from paulandstorm.com/tournament. Hopefully they'll get that up on the screen and we can hear you freaking rock the freaking house. This would be awesome.
Nerd rap infests your internet. You left a trap, but it's empty. MC Frontalot took a gate, but the bait wasn't tempting. Ending up uncaged at large to talk smack at you through the networking appliance that's in charge of every drip of your attention. Yo, when mine goes out, I've got to log in just to mention my disappointment at the interruption of convenience. I mean, just a lot left, but none of in between. This couple of minutes here, couple of minutes later, it's an outrage at the price I pay. These dictators of my leisure rule with an iron fist. Anybody ever been so put upon as this? Your GPS run out of battery. First world problem. Got to wake up Saturday. First world problem. Just delayed your honeymoon. First world problem. Pledge season's coming soon. First world problem. Half your friend list is spam accounts. First world problem. And your center channel speakers out. First world problem. Your center channel speakers out on the NSF show because of the studio.
Yeah!
Oh, shit. You know what? Just to prove that it's live, I'm going to stop the song after one verse. How's that sound?
It was so good. It was
amazing.
A problem. Everybody in the chat room was pissed. They were like, I get it. Just hit play on your MP3. Whatevs. And then you suddenly rocked their faces off by mentioning the show and stopping it in the middle. Dude, that was the greatest moment of my entire life. Are you kidding me?
I even accurately said like 3 of the 4 letters of the name of your show. It was... That's some professional rapping.
And that was 3 more than we deserved, MC.
And I would like to point out that there's this incredibly charming he looks like a teenager, I don't know, but he has basically done his interpretation of my song where he took all the politics and narrative elements out of it, and he made it like a nice little all-comedy version of First World Problems rap, and then he got like 1 million views for it in a week, and I'm very proud of the fact that ideas that I have can get 1 million views, even though I can't.
Pass you up, though. I mean, you still rule the roost on that, right?
Huh? Oh no, mine has like got 100. My video for that song has like 150,000 views. So tell your current 1,116 viewers to each watch it 100 times.
Okay.
Yes.
Done.
Well, please go ahead.
You have
Watch
no idea
First
the
World
power
Problems.
of our wetware botnet.
Wetware botnet.
And also,
That's what I like to
do want
hear.
to point everybody to frontalot.com. Of course, you are touring the U.S., the Midwest Rockies and West Coast, August 13th through September 10th. You're going to be in the U.K. September 15th through October 16th. And you're opening for Wheatus in the U.S. again, in the South.
In the
Plains,
UK.
East Coast and New England. Oh, sorry, no, that's in the UK. You're opening for Wheatus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the U.S. again, the South, the Plains, East Coast, New England, October 21st through November 16th. Frontalot.com/info is where you want to keep it locked so you can make sure
that's
you
the
do
tour
not miss
stuff.
Frontalot when it comes to your town.
Hey, are you
So
guys
let me
like
ask you real
Skype
quick,
experts? I know. Hey, pardon.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's all you.
The reason I feel like I'm creating terrible crosstalk because whenever I talk, it mutes you guys in my ears. Is there a little setting I can make? I can do like full duplex.
This is something that we're dealing with moving to the new facility. We have some people on Skype. We have some people on video. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but Twit is recently moving from a small, well-tuned cottage to a brand new freaking a behemoth of a tank of raw power. And
palatial estate. It looks great on there, yeah.
But let me ask this. So I know that you obviously were you tempted because you started in earnest around what 1999 or so when you was full time started rocking?
Full time. Actually, no. It was a hobby starting at like the end of '99, and it didn't become full time until 2006. I'd say, like shortly after the first tour and right after those nice people filmed the documentary about my band.
Now, were you tempted to try to, because when you have this idea of what you want to do, there's what you want to do, and then there's what you think will pay the bills. Did you ever want to be more general in your style or the stuff you rapped about? Or when was the moment that there was like a clearly defining moment that you're like, no, what I want to do is I want to do this one thing and speak to this one audience with all my heart and soul? Like, was there a moment like that?
You mean about sort of choosing nerdcore as opposed to something that might accidentally appeal to a lot of music purchasers?
Oh, I missed it. Sorry, I totally started talking over you. Go ahead.
You mean nerdcore? Like, why am I doing that as opposed to rapping about things that people might enjoy?
Right. Well, and obviously now you're at a point of success, so it's obvious why you did it. But was there a moment when you questioned it and you had some kind of crucible, this clarifying moment when you're like, no, this is what I want to do and I think it'll work?
Amazingly, it was sort of the opposite, the exact opposite of the crucible you describe. I was making the songs just for me and, then for like a couple of friends who had enough internet to be able to listen to an MP3, which in 1999 was not everybody. You had to install special software specific to your operating system. Like getting an MP3 off the internet on your craptastic dial-up and making sure it played on your Windows 95 installation. These were challenges. So I was expecting my audience to be basically nobody, and then I was expecting it to be like the few other people on Songfight, and then I was expecting it to be like, I don't know. I was never expecting it to be something that could be a career. I was doing it for fun, and I kept that, and that allowed me to just be rapping about whatever I would want to hear a rap song about, which was getting girls to pick you up at a Star Wars convention, receiving advanced fee fraud emails from Nigeria, like things that I found personally gratifying as rap topics. Sorry?
Oh, no, go ahead.
And I had no moment where I was like, all right, this is make or break. I was doing freelance web development stuff, and I was able to just very gradually and cautiously shed clients as I accumulated fans until suddenly there were enough fans to pay my rent just through their generosity. And I could tell my last client to, go take a jump in a lake.
So was there the reverse moment when maybe, in my imagination, you find yourself on stage and you can't believe how big the audience or how well you did on sales? Was there the reverse moment you're like, wow, this crap could actually work and I don't have to start doing the other stuff?
So that's, it was just like this incredibly slow dawning that I refused to believe was real over the whole course of it until I was suddenly like, sitting in the audience maybe 2008 watching the documentary premiere. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like in a real band that has a movie about it. And Prince Paul is DJing at our set at South by Southwest. And I'm just like suddenly living this thing that is like all these indie rock kids' dreams, even though my dream was to sit alone in a room and like write novels or whatever. Just sort of randomly landed in rapping.
Now, what are you excited about for the next step here? And obviously, I would imagine that there are certain venues that you are a natural fit for. In my imagination, I picture you rocking to a gigantic crowd at Dragon Con or PAX or any of these large, the place where quote unquote your crowd tends to be. Like, what are the gigs you look forward to, and how do you plan to roll that forward?
Definitely the highlights of the year are those cons, and I've played all the PAXs that have ever been.
That's
because
awesome.
Those guys are so nice to us and keep bringing us out. And those are generally the biggest crowds we're in front of every year. Although I did play one BlizzCon where I was in front of a room of 10,000 kids.
Holy cow!
Boy, did they not about us.
Some part of you loses it at that point, or what? Do you detach yourself and you just sort of like, this is me and this is what's happening now, and here I am, I'm rapping for 10,000 people live?
You definitely have to suppress the part of your brain that understands what a colossal up you would be if you forgot your song halfway through in front of 10,000 people. But you have to actually, the PAX show is amazing in that like the kids who are there in the audience are really supportive and excited to see everybody in the music program, and they're freaking out and jumping up and down. They're doing the big hand motions. They're doing all the stuff. The BlizzCon that we went to, I don't know if like 0.01% of that room was interested in seeing our set. They had scheduled us as they had okay, here's what they do at BlizzCon. They got 10,000 chairs in one part of the building, and the kids line up way before the hall opens. Second it opens up, they all rush over and take those seats, and they do not give them up all day long because they want to be there for the final panel of the day where, you know, the shaman's nerfed charisma stat or whatever the hell the news is for BlizzCon this year is going to get announced. They do not want to miss it.
Right.
So the BlizzCon folks were like, well, these guys are a little bored in the like 15 minutes between panels. So why don't we get a nerdcore rapper to come out and do 3 songs between each panel? And
oh my
I think
God,
the
that's got to be
perception-
like they had to describe this to you. You had to know like this is a hostile audience. Like that's the one thing you don't want to do is go into an audience that doesn't expect you, that's not there to see you, and may in fact actually hate whatever it is you do on stage.
That's basically what the situation was. It felt like, and these kids, I think,
Bring on the StarCraft update.
Yeah, I think instead of feeling like they were getting a little nice intermission between the panels, they felt like maybe this jerk off with the big glasses and the tie was somehow making it take longer for the next panel to start. And I heard that the next night when Ozzy Osbourne played BlizzCon, the kids were also not as appreciative. And Lord knows they can diss MC Frontalot, but if they're not going to sit up and pay polite attention when Ozzy rocks the stage, there's got to be something wrong in the world.
So one of the questions from the chat
Well,
room
he
is
also
people
made
are
the
wondering,
critical mistake of
obviously
not announcing
you
the new
have, if not spawned an entire genre or subgenre of hip-hop and rap, you certainly gave a name to it and a voice to it, and there are other people in your clubhouse. Do other nerdcore rappers get along with each other, or is there some kind of like, East Coast, West Coast, you know, I'm DC or Marvel, or that kind of thing?
DC versus Marvel would probably start more fights among nerdcore rappers than any kind of issues over each other's artistic output, I should say. It's like because it's sort of a DIY community for the most part, and because there are only like a handful of us making careers out of it and touring and stuff like that, the vast majority of nerdcore kids are making music by themselves with their computer and not trying to make a career out of it. They're just trying to express themselves and get better at, you know, honing a song out of all the little bits and pieces. And so because of the hobbyists and because you're kind of making this stuff with your own hands, I find that the whole community seems to be really supportive of each other and nice. Just everybody's really nice. And that's great. I love it. I don't think that the ego swelled ranks of the indie rockers could probably boast the same, and I'm certain that there are parts of hip hop where people are mean to each other, and I'm certain that there are parts of country music where they just stab the shit of each other whenever they get into the same
I would love to hear
county.
East Coast, West Coast country music, like threatening music to each other. Although I'll tell you, like
I do want to remind everybody that MC Frontalot, his new album Solved is available for pre-order right now, frontalot.com/CD. And also, he has a Kickstarter campaign for the funding of the videos for Solved, and donor incentives include DVD, producer credit, a song about your name, a comic strip about your mom, a tote bag, and a private concert in your living room. Go ahead and search for MC
If you
Frontalot
donate
on
$6,400 to my Kickstarter, I will fly to your house and rap in your living room, and that's an MC Frontalot promise.
That seems absurdly low priced. That is awesome.
Well, you're welcome to donate more.
You know what? I will get. You know what? I'm going to start a Kickstarter to fund your Kickstarter and get you to rap in my house. That's my final.
$6,400 seems low to you? Should I charge more than that? I don't know. That was the most I could stand to charge. It seems like an
exceptional value, and I'm hoping that somebody listening right now actually takes you up on that, because it would be epic and awesome, and you would be my new best friend in the world if you invited me to come watch that concert. That would be amazement. Speaking of which, chat room.
That's really the value proposition there. The value proposition is like make all your friends feel like you're the coolest out of your friends forever. Find that one friend who slighted you once, and don't invite them. Don't let them come over.
Yeah, this is not for somebody who actually loves your music. This is for somebody who has 3 friends who love your music. And just so you can bring you in and be like, oh, by the way, I'm sorry, this is my living room. I keep MC Frontalot rapping 24/7. Look, I don't have time. Can we go get a Dr. Pepper somewhere?
That's right. For an extra $50, I will like burst from your tea cabinet to start the concert. Just like, pow!
Oh my
Right.
God! That would be amazing. Okay, look, I don't know. Do you have another performance in you? Something that we can get to take us out?
Sure. Here we go. It's called. You know what? I'm just gonna set the beat going. The song's called Yellow Lasers. It was the beginning of me having any internet notoriety. I met her at the Star Wars convention. Did I mention she was looking for love? Had to call her bluff. Lady, you don't mean how that sounded. That 1,000-pound dude in the no fat chick's shirt's astounded. Thought she'd take it back. Revoke, rewind, rescind, retract. You heard me, she said. I'll take any man here to descend to the cave where you conquered the fear, and I'll steer you to the side, the force that you choose. Somebody's man enough here. Now who? This girl, you have to understand, would not look out of place on the arm of an attractive man. So the geeks in attendance got jaws on the floor. One extends his saber, but he tripped on his cloak. I stepped to the front, then I spoke. Look, I ain't spitting game, I've got a Wookiee hat on, but these guys here used to getting spat on by girls. See, you put them in shock, and this ain't the right con, to quote Mr. Spot, but it's highly illogical to me. Girl, look me in the eye, said, is your mind free? 'Cause I've got something for you. It is shiny, it is clean. Come on up and I'll adore you with my yellow laser beam. And here's where the bass would go into double time if I had any of my band with me. I don't. I have a play button. Ready for the second verse? Here we go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sitting in a room upstairs, watching her wind up the buns in her hair, I declare that I'd like to be Luke. Unless that's a bit too perverted for you. Well, I could be Jabba, a Jawa, an Ewok when we talk oolak, bleak, block. Wait, I've seen all the flicks, all the books that I've read. I can't remember any character tied to the bed. But that's all right, and I'ma just pretend that I'm encased in carbonite. And why, that's a nice gold bikini. Did you make that? Shows off what you got, no mistake. That's one fine view of Chewbacca you're giving me. Lower that down here. We could be living the linguistic lifestyle of the protocol droid. Here comes the part where I'm not overjoyed. Fire, she said, and before I could scream, got a steaming mouthful of yellow laser beams. I'm hit. 'Cause I've got something for you. It is shiny, it is clean. Come on up and I'll adore you with my yellow laser beam. 'Cause I've got something for you. It is shiny, it is clean. Come on up and I'll adore you with my yellow laser beam. And anyone with perfect pitch will have to forgive me for having no reference note. Which to sing in
Stop
key.
that. Stop that, MC. Absolutely fantastic. Yellow Lasers is the song. MC Frontalot is the legend who has joined us on NSFW show tonight. Again, frontalot.com/CD is where you can pre-order his new album Solved and download it as soon as you pre-order it. And also Critical Hit is the new single, which you can download or listen to right here off the site.
Oh,
MC
yeah, it's all over there.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Dude, to say that the chat room was a fan of your performance would be a massive, massive understatement. Thank you so much for joining us, MC Frontalot. So good to have you here. Also want to give a huge thanks to one Mr. Iyaz Akhtar. What do you got to promote? You on any shows? Maybe on the giant, awesome Twit network with their exploding new stages?
Yeah, there's always twit.tv/TNT, which you can get all the downloaded content, or you can watch us live at live.twit.tv all the time. We're streaming all the time. Or personally, if you want to just keep watching me talk, I talk all the time at live.iyaz.me, or even thisoldnerd.com, where I actually show you how to fix your house and put stuff in there that's all tech-based.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Thank goodness that you, for the rest of your life, nobody will be able to watch you on TNT without thinking of you as the devil.
And
in
thank
fact,
you for
I'm
whoever
gonna
made
paste
that
this photo right
on
back
Google
in there
Plus.
again. This is a great photo in the chat room of Iyaz as the devil. I'm going to keep pasting
There's
it
two that
until
are
finally
awesome.
Jammer B puts it
Oh, yeah, there it is.
on the screen. But meanwhile, hey, listen up, people. I'm on that Google Plus thing, and I found out that I'm number 102, which makes me very sad. So if you could get a few friends, Just give me back 99. I don't want to be way up in the top 100. Just 99 is all I'm asking for. Let me get a few friends of you guys on Google Plus, and I will see you again soon. Justin, what do you got to promote?
Yeah, find me on Google Plus. Otherwise, Justin R. Young on Twitter. Within the next week, Online Ethicist, the other show that I do with the lovely Ashley Paramore, where we answer advice on how to navigate the digital and social lives for which we found ourselves so entangled, will be up on iTunes. So please subscribe to that. Check out Online Ethicist.
All right. Well, with that, I guess we got to call it. I don't know if we have the music to go because everything's being switched remotely, but that's it for this episode of NSFW. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Dying of fire.
Iyaz, thank you so much for getting spiffed up, man. You look freaking amazing. By the way, can we get the animated GIF of Skittles on Justin's face here?
There's an animated one?
Oh my God, it's awesome. Here, I'm going to paste it right now. Boop. Take a look at that. I just put it in the chat
I'm going to click
right there.
it here and see if I can look at it at least. And, oh, that's unnecessary. Who made that?
Oh, come on.
Who made that?
They
Unnecessary
took
or
the
delightful
frozen
and
face
totally
and
true.
they even
This is a new reaction video you need to record.
I think it's 100% accurate.